Yeah, see, I got all these projects going on. Oh, Houston, we have a problem. Is I want to pull this light off right here. Now, let's see if I can get this thing lined up. All right, happy Mother's Day. We're cleaning up this house today. As you can see, we got stuff all over the counter. But as we're cleaning up, we got a little Amazon delivery here. And it's all the stuff that we're going to be doing, getting ready to go to Alaska. So I don't even know what's in these boxes at this point. So, and I know there's more boxes coming, but I figured we'd do an unboxing with you guys.
Yeah, let you be just as surprised as we are.
So here we go. Jessica's going to see what we got. Box number 1, we got paper. Probably should have gave her a nice instead of a key, huh?
All right, let's see.
So in here,
we got some magnesium. We got some fish oil.
All right.
We got my sugar stevia blend. A tire repair rubber nail kit.
Yeah, because when we were in Mexico, we got a lot of holes in the tires, so I figured Alaska might be the same. And those are easy. You just screw them right into the hole and it plugs the tire.
Okay.
So we'll see how well they work.
Nice.
Hopefully we don't need them.
A new latch for the fridge.
Yep. I showed you guys where the fridge busted, so we bought some stuff for that.
And this must be my surprise Mother's Day gift from my daughter.
Yeah, she knew one of the things she was getting, but this one she didn't know. So let's see.
I love the Golden Girls, just so you know.
Oh, I know what happened there. You had it in the cart when you were shopping for stuff for you and your friends. Oh, you put it on your Christmas list. Okay. That's awesome.
So there you go. I got a shirt.
She got a shirt. There you go.
Okay. Yeah, I know. I think I know the rest of the stuff I'm getting. I'm not sure. I think.
So the next thing here.
I do, and this I believe is from my son for Mother's Day.
Is that? Yes, that is from your son. So we got a water pitcher so that we can maybe stop carrying around so many gallons of water with us. We can just use it out of the sink.
I tend to drink a lot of water.
Yeah, little filter pitcher.
Only about a...
It's supposed to filter down to like 0.2 microns, 0.1 microns, something like that. Plus do all the taste stuff. So hopefully it'll be better.
I hope so, because I know that we do filter our water. Yeah. But sometimes you just get those places where the water just doesn't taste right. And when I literally drink like a cup of coffee or 2 cups of coffee in the morning, and then the rest of the day I don't drink anything but water. So I need it to taste good.
Yeah, and the water that we have coming into the trailer, and I do sanitize our tank quite often, but it goes through a 20 micron filter, and then it goes through a 5 micron filter. So it's already filtered pretty good by the time it gets to our sink.
But I still insist on buying bottles of water, so yeah, it gets a little crowded with, like right now we have 4 gallons of water sitting on the counter.
Yeah, see right up there. Plus we got another case sitting behind her there. So yeah.
And then I think this is from Trinity. This goes with the water filter pitcher.
Yeah, just extra cartridges so we can refill it.
So thank you for that. And then this is actually not Mother's Day related at all. And considering how heavy it is, I'm pretty sure I know what it is. Doug probably knows too.
I already forgot what we ordered. We ordered so much junk.
This is not what I think it is. Because maybe.
Well, open it so we can see.
Well, the thing that I was thinking that it was isn't coming through Amazon.
Oh, no, that'll be here Monday. We're not going to tell them what that is yet.
Bunker Industries?
I don't know. I forgot.
I don't know either, but it's kind of heavy. Oh, sorry.
Keep going. More things to cut open. Oh, I know what this is now. Okay, so you guys remember our video down in La Paz when we got stuck and we had no way to get out, and we lost all of our Max tracks, and we ended up getting pulled out by some locals? Well, I figured that might happen again while we're in Alaska, so I wanted to make sure that I had a way to get myself out, and instead of buying the big giant Max tracks, I bought these. They just fold up. They're good for ice. They're good for sand, and they're flexible. So, and they in a small box. I don't know. You guys tell me in the comments. Have you ever used these? Are they any good? I don't know. Better than nothing, I guess, and better than those big old giant Max tracks.
And to be better in the sense that we haven't actually used Max tracks. We're just saying better because those are so big and don't have a lot of space for that stuff. And we didn't lose our Max tracks. We lost about 15 of those little blocks.
Yes.
Whatever they're called. What are those called?
I don't know. There are things you put underneath your jacks when you're jacking up and stuff. Those little orange Lego ones. I'll put a little thing here telling you what they are.
But yeah, so this is so that hopefully we don't get stuck again. And they seem pretty heavy duty, but I like that they fit into a contained.
Yeah, it should be easy to store. I can just throw those in the back of the truck. Well, there you go. There's the first stage of the stuff we've got. And, you know, when more comes in and I start putting it all together, I'll show you more.
And maybe we'll let you see when the house doesn't look quite so crazy. I just decided, like, oh, I'm going to clean the refrigerator. Let's clean the pantry. Let's go through everything.
If they watch our videos, they know that our trailer always looks like this.
Not this bad. I wouldn't be able to function if my house looked this bad. Are you kidding me?
Well, they tend to always walk in right when we're moving and opening the slides and stuff. So everything's piled up because we're moving. They don't ever get to see it when it's actually like we normally live in it.
Yeah, I can't. There's no way I'd be able to work if my house was cluttered like this.
That's true. No way. That is her office right there. So she needs place for her computer. All right. The first thing I want to address out of the things we're taking care of before we go to Alaska is we've had a couple of times where mouse have come in on us, trying to figure out where it's coming in. And one of the spots I think it might be a possibility is actually underneath here. If you look, we have this hole where this wire goes through, and then we have this giant hole where this slide goes through. Now that goes up and down as it moves in and out, so I have to make something to go in that'll move with it. So there's actually one on the back slide too, but it's exactly the same. So my idea is, I've actually seen them advertised online, but I couldn't get one ordered in fast enough since we're only here for a week. So I just figured I'd come up with my own. And I had this for sale sign here. So my thought process is, I just cut some 5-inch by 5-inch squares, drill a 2-inch hole in the middle, and just cut a slit, and then put some magnets on the 4 corners, and I should be able to do it. I'm hoping I can cut them with these scissors. I started cutting, it looks like I'm going to be able to. So that's kind of the idea, and then we'll see if it works. What do y'all think? You think it'll work? Scissors were a little slow. I broke out the razor knife. Seems to work pretty good. I've got lots of experience with the razor knives, being that I was a flooring guy doing carpet and vinyl and stuff like that. This was my go-to tool for pretty much everything. Now, I don't really care if it's perfectly round and perfect looking, because you can't really see it under there anyway. So the idea is just to make it good enough so that it'll go around the pipe and keep the mice out. So to get it around the pipe, I'm not disconnecting anything, so just cutting a little slot. I should be able to go like that, pop it over, put a magnet on each corner. Now the question is, when I go up and down, is it going to just pull up through this? So I think I might drill a couple of holes and put a zip tie at the bottom before I do, so that way it can slide up and down without popping off. Let's see. There you have it. Should I paint them black so they match the undercarriage, or should I just leave them as the for sale stripes? Okay, so here is the thought process. I just take this, pop it on, slide it up like that, and then I'll glue these magnets to it like that. And that should keep mice out. I don't know, is that hole still too big? I think maybe I need to make that hole smaller now that I got it up here. I know those little boogers, they can fit through a small hole. UPS just arrived with our new package. Y'all saw the earlier unboxing, but this was the big one that we wanted to get while we were here. So I'm going to open it up, show you guys what we got, and then we'll go ahead and put this on today too. Makes for a good day of work. Glad I didn't cut too deep. All right, so what we got is a vinyl window cover. So what this does is you put this Velcro around the outside of the window, and then this goes over the top of it. And when you're in Alaska, the rocks are bad. Everybody talks about windows breaking and stuff. I'm really worried about that window right there. So that's why we got it, so we can put something over it and cover it. A little worried though, it doesn't look like it's tall enough. Let's see. I know it's supposed to be custom fit for this window. Oh, yeah, looks like it's gonna work pretty good. Now I just gotta get her installed. I'll finish the other project first though. There you go. There's the finished product. I don't think I'm gonna paint it. I'm not going through all that. So I'll put it on here in a second, show you how it works. All right, so here you have it. Should be able to just get it over this pole, slide it up in here, and there it is, stuck to it. Now, for this hole here, what I did is I have these little cable glands that I had left over from my battery build. I didn't want to unplug everything, and plus it wouldn't have fit through the hole anyway, so I just cut it, and then I super glued it back together. So now, I should be able to just take it, stick it in the little notch here. And there you have it. All right, let's make this slide go in and out so we can make sure that the little cover I put on does what I was hoping it would do. In. Oh, Houston, we have a problem. All right, well, it works, but I did not account for the size of the lip that goes around this thing. And so I'm gonna have to resize that, make it taller. Darn it. All right, I rebuilt them with a little bit of a gap. Yeah, a little bit of gap over the lip. So hopefully it's got enough clearance. Now, let's try again. All right, that did it. All right, so I'm cleaning this window, getting ready to put the new cover over the top of it. The whole reason why I bought this thing was to keep this from getting chipped up. I don't know if you're gonna be able to see it in the video, but I've already got some chips. There's one there, There's one right there. Another one over here. So my thought process is I don't want them to turn into cracks, so I'm just going to take some fingernail polish and put on them. And I might go ahead and get some clear tape because we don't ever open this anyway. Maybe put a little clear tape over the top of them too, just to keep it from cracking from the chips. And then we'll put the cover on. Okay, I got the window cleaned up and I got the cracks painted with some fingernail polish. So it's not really cracked, it's just little tiny chips, not even going all the way through. So hoping that'll be good enough. Now I've just got to put this Velcro on. So they say put it about an 1/8 inch from the edge of the window. So that's what we'll do. You like my ladder? One bad thing about being on the road is you don't really have some of the stuff you need. So you make do. Just using my tailgate, and then I'll prop against this. Yeah, sorry about that. My battery went dead while I was doing the Velcro. I didn't even realize it, but that's okay. Y'all know what it takes to put some Velcro on. So this is how they've got it lined. Now that I look at it, there's a lot there. I could add a little more Velcro on those corners and make sure that it's sticking good. And I think I will. And then we'll stick this thing up there. All right, I put a couple extra corners on there. I think that'll help. Now, let's see if I can get this thing lined up. Probably should have set it out in the sun a little while and let it soften. Let's see. All right, if you're looking for something like this, the one I got is RV Shady. See right there, RV Shady. It's a pretty nice fit. This, I don't know, I'll put the price up here. I can't remember how much it was. It wasn't awfully expensive, but should protect the window pretty well. Not a sponsored video. I bought this from Amazon. Actually, no, I bought it from RV Shady Direct. And there you go. Now we'll move on to the next project. All right, I got it carried away. I forgot to turn the camera on. But this piece right here is what's broken. There's a little lip supposed to be right there. And see how that one has the little lip coming down versus that one that's broken off. So that's what caused the refrigerator to open up on us. I'm going to double it up. I'm going to replace this so it actually latches the way it's supposed to. But I don't know, I got it around here somewhere. I got a bar I'm going to put here, which means I got to remove this in order to get it to go there because it bolts behind the fridge here and then goes on there. But should be a pretty simple fix, and then we'll be back on it. Film as usual. I forgot to turn the camera on, but what I did was I took the old bracket off. Unfortunately, it peeled some of the coloring off of this wood, so I'm gonna have to figure out something for that, but that's okay. Then I took this bracket off here and I put the pole portion behind it, and so I was able to get one screw there, and then I added a new screw there, but that allows it to go here, and then it's pretty snug fit to go over. But once it's there, now this thing will never open.
Thank goodness.
Of course, while I'm doing that, I got Jessica over here working away, and I'm invading her space.
With all of that.
Yeah, see, I got all these projects going on. But, you know, hey, got to get it done. All right, the last little project I got is our ceiling fan over the couch here. As you can see, I had to get creative to get this long enough to get down to our USB port down here. So what I want to do is I want to pull this light off right here and replace it with this one that has a USB port on it. So that way I can just run the wire, zip tie it up, and plug it in right there. And that way when we're ready to use it, all we got to do is plug it in right above our heads and we're good to go. Should be a pretty simple project.
Mm-hmm.
Matter of just getting that one to pop off. Alright, I got a couple little crimps here. Not particularly the ones I wanted, but they will work. These are pretty nice ones here. They're more for like boats and stuff, because once you put them on, then you heat them up and it's got heat shrink built into it. So always do a tug test to make sure they're in there good. And I'm probably, since these are already pinched together on multiple wires here, I'm just going to utilize the existing wires that are there. Make it a little easier. These are nice wire strippers. You've got the wire stripper on one side, you flip it over, and you've got the crimper and some pliers on the other. Very handy. There we go. All right, now we have power. So let's test the fan. When I'm ready to use the fan, I should be able to just simply plug it in.
Nice.
Voila. So now I just got to tighten everything back up here. I think what I'll probably do is pull this off and bundle it up here. So it's just a short wire that you got to deal with there. All right. So now you have light. And if you want the fan, you just plug it in. And now you've got fan. All right. That wraps up this video. Getting ready, packing up to go to Alaska. So now the trailer is all packed up.
Except for those 2 coffee cups that are about to get filled.
Yeah, we got to have our coffee this morning. We haven't even had coffee yet. But, yep, that's it for this video. Make sure you guys come back next week. It's going to be super exciting. We are heading to the Canadian border.
Yep.
So we can cross and make our way towards Alaska.
Yes, so please tune in next week, and also leave some comments down below if you know some good places we should check out while we're going through the Alcan Highway and up into Alaska.
For sure, let us know where to go, and don't forget to subscribe.
Thanks.